Hi everyone and welcome to another video. This is the London Enjoyer, and in this video I will be talking about one of the most masculine, classic, beautiful fragrances that I have in my collection and that I've ever tried. Today I will be talking about Boss number 1. So this is one of the most masculine fragrances ever created. This is, in my opinion, one of the best fragrances that came out of the house of HugoBoss. This is something that they need to go back to. Almost everything that putting out today is just garbage, and it's not even worth having the name HugoBoss anymore. For me, this fragrance is pure sophistication. For me, this fragrance is essentially a pinstripe suit of fragrances. It has one of the best bottle designs. It has one of the best note compositions. It has one of the best ad campaigns, slogans that are attached to the brand, or to the fragrance I should say. It is simply stunning. And in today's video I will be telling you all about this fragrance, why I love it so much, and we will be unboxing a special edition that you can see behind me together. I've spent maybe a couple of days in London and I've only had just a limited time to walk around and explore. And of course, being the enjoyer of fragrances, I had only 2 places to go. One place was a place that I was kind of not sure I wanted to visit. It was a place where I had been a while ago and where a lot of my memories and fragrance collection adventures have begun. It is also a place that I've spent the most amount of time and effort and of course money on collecting all the fragrances. It was a brand that I've had to let go very recently, and it is a brand that a lot of very good memories are associated with. It's also a brand that I associate some very dear people with, and unfortunately these people are also not part of my life anymore. So you can understand that going was a very nervous moment for me. But then here I was, and as I was approaching the store, all of the memories have started to come back. It was almost as if I was walking down memory lane, thinking about all of the effort, all of the people that I've met along the way, that have essentially become friends on this journey of collecting fragrances. Looking at Roja Parfums, for me at least, they have been on a downward slope for the last year and a half. And even though I've tried to hang on to the brand and continuously hope that improvements will be made, every decision that they've done has been against the hardcore collector, consumer even, or customer, as they would call all of us. As I entered the store, I was immediately greeted by the only representative in the store, and he had offered me 10 to 15% off before I even said anything, which of course implies that Roja is not really what it used to be. I've had a short chat with the guy, nothing against him, of course, he's just doing his job, but I've told him I had almost all Rojas from the collection at some point and that I've sold them, to which he asked me if I tried Amber Oud, which was quite a weird experience, because obviously, at least obviously to us as fragrance collectors and aficionados, you would say that one of the best sellers of the brand is Amber Oud, and by implication of having almost all of the collection, I would have had that too. And after trying their new releases and looking at the bottles that had no Roja sign and on the cap, and felt naked on the sides, because of the lack of the Roja sign as well. I just felt an overwhelming sense of cheapness. Like, this is not worth exploring anymore. Now, of course, having said that, I've made that decision before, so this was just the final nail in the coffin for me, and it was time to move on. My scent of the day is actually this fragrance. I will put it on right now, and then we can take a look at the notes first. So, I mean, this fragrance is insane. I love this fragrance, and every time I spray this fragrance, I just want to hit something. That's how good it smells. That's how much energy I get out of smelling this fragrance. It is pure, unfiltered masculinity in a bottle. All right? It is insane. Now, this fragrance, for you that don't know anything about this fragrance was essentially initially released in 1985. So this is how old school this fragrance is. But smelling it today in 2024, oh man, it could not be more refreshing to smell something like this in this day and age. Let me tell you that. It is essentially a spicy, woody fragrance. And again, it was released in 1985. And it has an incredible note composition. So essentially, we're looking at a spicy, woody fragrance that has animalistic components to it, particularly if we are talking about the two editions that I will be talking about today. So if you're buying the current formulation, which will not look like this, it just looks like a plain silver-capped bottle with no pinstripes. Again, completely removing all of the sophistication, not only from the scent itself, but also from the packaging. You will not get any of the animalic components at all. But if you get the actual proper versions, you will get a lot of animalic components, trust me. So as I was saying, spicy, woody, animalic, sweet, and leathery fragrance, okay? Now let's just breeze through some of the notes, and I will focus on two notes particularly, but let's just cover the notes so we can get it out of the way. We have a beautiful combination of top notes that include basil, bergamot, juniper, grapefruit, green apple, lemon, and a couple of others. Heart notes, honey, keep the honey in mind, geranium, jasmine, lavender, lily of the valley, rose, sage. Base notes, oak moss, tobacco, amber, cedar, cinnamon, musk, patchouli, sandalwood. Okay. I mean, how much more manualness can you actually pack into a fragrance? I have no idea, but it is insane. So before we start talking about the notes, and as I kind of alluded to, two of the notes that stick out to me the most, and that just literally make up this fragrance for me, let's treat ourselves a little bit here and let's unbox something from the past, if you will. So what you will see here is a vintage HugoBoss box, obviously, that includes something rather special. So if I open up the box, anytime now, there we go. If I open up the box, what you will see is a kind of a 2-for-1 deal. Now, if you've bought perfume in the past, and that's kind of now coming back into a trend somehow. Before you used to get kind of a combinations between fragrances and accessories. So it could be jewelry, it could be a watch, it could be sunglasses such as this, and it's. It was very common to be bought for a gift, or for a present, or anything like that. But this is just beautiful to me. Okay, so what you will see, and I will also show you the glasses here. But we will, of course, I need to put on the gloves. I need to put on the gloves for this amazing vintage gem for two reasons. First and foremost, this one deserves all of the respect that I can give it. And secondly, I know that some people don't like me wearing gloves, as they think that I think I'm a jeweler. So I will not pass on the opportunity to piss some people off in the comments by wearing gloves. So here you go. But as you can see here, it's a very similar bottle to the one that I was holding right now. You will notice a couple of main differences. The first one, obviously, this is 50 ml, and this one I believe is 125 ml if I'm not mistaken. The second thing you will notice, and this is also going to be very important for you if you're looking to acquire this fragrance on the gray market, because this is the only way you're going to find those, unless you have, you know, good friends that have this fragrance, of course. You will see one major difference. The left bottle is a newer batch compared to the one on the right. The right batch doesn't even say that the fragrance is called number 1. So it is simply Boss Eau de Toilette, and it does not say number 1 in the middle. It still has the beautiful pinstripes, but it does not say number 1. On this bottle, I hope you can kind of see in the video, it says number 1 here, okay? So this will tell you that this is clearly not the latest formulation, because the latest formulation is completely trash, but this will tell you that this formulation came right after this one. And this is the jackpot. This is where the animatic components of the fragrance are the most prominent. This is where the honey is the most prominent. This is where the pissy notes is most prominent, and I'm kind of giving away two of my favorite notes in this fragrance, but it is insane. And you wouldn't probably be able to tell on the video. I hope you can, but the 50 ml bottle on the right is ever so slightly darker compared to the left one, and that also indicates to you, or I can actually tell you for a fact, that the right bottle is about 10 to 15% more animalic, more dark, more, how do I say, just like more animalic, okay? You know, more manly. It's deeper, it's less filtered, yeah, here you can see the juice difference, right? So 10-15% darker, and that translates to the depth of the juice matching that color difference as well. I can straight up smell the fragrance through my glove, okay? So like it is radiating through my glove, and it is essentially filling up the room. That's how strong even this formulation is on my skin. But if you want to take it to the next level and literally smell like a time traveler from 1985, this one will do the trick. This is insane. I've worn this to a suit fitting recently, and I've gotten 2 compliments straight off the bat. People telling me I smell amazing and asking me what it is. So beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Let's just take a quick look at the rest of the packaging here before we go into the notes and analysis of the fragrance. So as you can see, this one came with HugoBoss glasses that have been made by Carrera. Now, I'm not really into glasses. I have a couple of friends that are, glasses collectors, but it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me much. So this is that. And if we take a look at the glasses here, vintage leather pouch, you can see vintage leather, right? Older than me at this point. And you can see the glasses, like you can see the hinge, how difficult it is to pull apart. Never been worn, actually. So never been worn. And they have kind of a blue gradient, so from dark blue to almost transparent, right? So if you bought this pair of glasses and you bought this fragrance, this is how you would see the fragrance through the glasses, as if anyone cared. But and that's how it would look. So let me put these back so they can remain unused. So let's talk about the main star of the show, okay? Let's talk about the fragrance itself. Now, let me actually spray it again because it's not pissy enough in the room. And it probably has the best green apple that I've tried in a long time. And this one has also the same beautiful green apple. You can tell immediately it's a HugoBoss by the bottle, by the apple used. It's incredible. The main difference between the Boss bottled and the apple in Boss bottled in here is that with Boss bottled, it is meant to be fresh. It is meant to be invigorating. Here, it is used as an opener. It is essentially immediately supported by the rest of the top notes, and then very shortly, completely overwhelmed by the combination of honey, by the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patchouli. I cannot emphasize how beautiful the patchouli actually is. Incredible patchouli. Oak moss, actual oak moss, okay? Incredible. Like, I mean, what you're buying here, okay, is if you boil it down, you're essentially getting a animalic honey fragrance. All right, so it is one of the best honey fragrances that I've tried in my life. Actually, let me scratch that. It is the best honey fragrance that I've tried in my life. And if you know any other amazing honey fragrances, let me know. Not only is it a honey fragrance, it is a animalic kind of I used the word pissy before, and what I mean by that is it has a tinge of kind of a urine like smell. So probably to 98.9% of the listeners right now, if you hear, okay, this has a urine like component or smell to it, it will probably put you off. But I promise you this, if you are like close to your 30s, let me put it that way, and if you've grown up with a father that has used old school fragrances such as the Givenchy Gentleman as an example, Monsieur by Chanel, Kuros, whatever, all of the old school stuff, there is no way in hell that you will not love this. All right, so it is incredible. It is I mean, I don't know, like, I can go through the notes and explain to you that there's 10% of grapefruit, there's 16.3% of green apple, but no one really cares. At the bottom line, you're getting greeted by a beautiful grapefruit green apple opening mixed with a little bit of lemon that is essentially overshadowed by the beautiful honey, where sweetness is added from the jasmine, from the lily of the valley, from the rose. A little bit of masculine, beautifully executed lavender is also finding its way, but essentially it's all mixed up in this honey-like concoction that essentially is backed up and lying on the very, very thick floor of oak moss, patchouli, musk, cedarwood, and the ambergris that is present in this fragrance. It just adds a little lift at the bottom, making it kind of an airy experience. So if you imagine, and again, this is very difficult to imagine unless you've tried this and unless you've grown up in a way that I mentioned or have smelled all of these, other old school fragrances before. So like a men's public restroom, rather, in a very classy way. It's very difficult to describe. You just have to try it. If you ever have a chance to get one of these bottles, do it. In the air, let me tell you one thing, gentlemen, in the air, this screams authority, masculinity. What else do you need? What else would you need? This is, if you don't have a pinstripe suit like the dude on the book, this will be your pinstripe suit. If you have a normal navy blue suit, you wish it was a pinstripe suit and you wish you were CEO of a bank, put this on. You will neither have the suit nor be the CEO of the bank, but you will feel like one for sure. All right. Gorgeous smell. I wish I can collect more of these bottles. It is incredible. The performance of this, depending again on the version you buy, the new version, don't even buy it. But if you have one of these, the left one will cover 80% of your day. I would say maybe I usually do like 5 sprays because I don't really care if it's too much. So 5 sprays of the version that says number 1, what I do, and that's more than enough to get me through 80% of the day. And what this does, if you wear it on any shirt, on like a sweater, anything like that, it leaves the most beautiful smell on your clothes after you're done wearing them. Okay, so if you pick up the shirt, if you come back from work, you take your shirt off, you take off the tie you had with the shirt, and you take a shower, you come back, you're trying to, put away the shirt or, put it away to be washed, you will still notice this fragrance pushing off of it and smelling incredible. There is something that happens with this fragrance when it touches your skin, and there's something else that happens with this one when it's on your clothes. On the clothes, it's more fresh than it is on skin. I think on my skin, it goes a bit more animalic. There's the honey coming out. There's the sweetness from the honey that's being mixed with the kind of a sweet, flowery component. And then, I'm also getting the tobacco, the patchouli. I'm getting the sandalwood a little bit. The oak moss is just piercing on this one, and it's incredible. But on the clothes, it's far more clean. All right, as clean as a pissy honey fragrance can be, but this is way more cleaner on clothes than it is on skin. So on clothes, this will leave a more cleaner, incredibly timeless, exquisite, beautiful scent trail on your clothes, and it's just amazing. Okay, so this is the left one. Take everything I said about the left one and add about 10-15% of kind of a darker honey, more matured honey, even more pissiness, even better performance, even better trail, even better sillage. This will get you through the day, 12 hours, 3 sprays for me. Gets me through the day, no problem. I'm not even thinking about reapplying. I have no decants with this. There is no need, okay? There's no need. 3 sprays, you're done. As with many things, there is a time and place to wear any scent. That's why I have, I would say, a sizable collection of fragrances, because every single fragrance I will choose a time and place where I want to wear them. There's a reason why I wore this for a suit fitting, because this is what it's made to be worn with: a suit, a tie, something formal, something that you own, something that you have ownership of, something that you're leading. You know, if you're leading a project, if you're leading, you know, whatever you're doing, if you're taking charge of it, if you're picking up your new car, whatever the car might be, this is for someone that is doing things and not necessarily talking about them. This fragrance, I think, has one of the most beautiful campaigns running for this fragrance. Essentially, guys in pinstripe suits, and, you know, arguably one of the best lines that I've seen that is associated with a fragrance: an air of success. I mean, how can you put it better? You wear this one, it projects so much. It gives you an aura of success, man. All right? Like, what else can I say? It is beautiful, elegant, timeless. You can wear this, I don't know. I mean, depends on your tastes and depends on how you can pull it off. But I would say 25 and over. I know, you know, some people in the comments are like, oh man, you know, I'm like 12, you know, I'm wearing like Kuros. Great. You know, cool story. Do whatever you want. I was also wearing my father's fragrances back then, right? So this is what built my nose to be able to love this one today. All right? So keep wearing whatever you want to wear. But for me, if you are, you know, like a man's man type of deal, if you're well put together, if you do what you say you do, you can wear this at any point. What I would say, 25 and plus. All right, 25 and plus. And please, for the love of God, do not wear this one with a white t-shirt or anything that's remotely casual. All right, you're just insulting this fragrance and everything that this fragrance has been made for. This is to be worn by a man that is put together and going to do something important, right? Do not wear this one with casual clothing. I don't think it will fit at all. It would be very out of place, right? It's like, you know, it's like wearing your Audemars Piguet to a, you know, karting event. Doesn't make sense. So treat this as a luxury watch. Don't wear it to, you know, a stupid occasion. Wear it where it makes sense. Dress it up. You can dress this up. You can dress this up as much as you want. This will carry and lift up the look tenfold easily, but you cannot dress this one down. Again, that's my opinion. You can wear it completely naked, lying on the beach. Good luck with that, by the way. Yeah, for me, upscale, elegant, timeless, sophisticated, done.